You got the raise. You worked absolutely incredibly hard for it, right? You promised yourself that with this new income, life was finally going to feel a bit easier, maybe less stressful, and definitely more secure. But somehow, you look at your bank account at the end of the month, and it still feels completely empty.
Okay, let's dive into this, because this is a mystery that frustrates so many of us. Think about where that extra money is actually going. It's a slightly better phone, a newer car. You start swapping out those standard dinners for more expensive restaurants, maybe taking luxury vacations you convince yourself you totally need, or adding monthly subscriptions you barely even use. Every single time you earn more, your spending, quietly, almost invisibly, grows right alongside it. To help us understand exactly why this happens, we're going to break down this explainer into 5 quick parts. First, what is lifestyle creep? Then, the psychology of rewards. 3, the dangerous cycle. 4, looking rich versus being wealthy. And finally, how to escape the trap.
Let's kick things off with part 1. What is lifestyle creep, and why is it such a hidden financial trap?
Basically, lifestyle creep is when your expenses increase every single time your income increases. And I have to tell you, at first, it feels completely harmless. It just feels like a natural progression of doing well in life. But what starts as a harmless series of tiny upgrades soon morphs into a deeply stressful, emotionally painful trap to reverse.
And this brilliantly illustrates the timeline of the trap. Think about it. You get promoted at month 1. By month 6, you're like, hey, I deserve to upgrade my apartment. At year 1, you get a solid bonus. By year 2, you're buying a luxury watch. Slowly but surely, your quote-unquote new lifestyle simply becomes your normal lifestyle. Years ago, a $10 meal felt kind of expensive. Now, dropping $80 at dinner is just the baseline. Your standards quietly changed, and once that lifestyle expands, shrinking it back down feels, well, it feels like failure.
Which brings us to part 2, the psychology of rewards, or what we can call the marketing illusion.
Modern marketing relentlessly beats this one dangerous message into our heads. You deserve it. Had a bad day at work? Buy something. Worked hard all week? Treat yourself. Feeling stressed out? Order that really expensive takeout. Feeling sad? Shop online. These companies understand our psychology so much better than we do. They know that every single purchase gives you a quick dopamine hit. It's a temporary emotional reward that just kind of temporarily masks whatever stress you're feeling.
But the problem is, we start making these wild false equivalents. We confuse simple comfort with true happiness. We confuse luxury with actual success. And worst of all, we confuse spending with our own self-worth. And man, social media amplifies this 1,000 times over. You scroll through a highlight reel of fancy vacations and designer brands, but you're not seeing the credit card debt and the crippling anxiety hiding behind those photos. Millions of people are out there financing an image rather than building actual wealth.
And that leads us straight into part 3, the dangerous cycle of being trapped by your own upgrades. Let's move to the steps and see how this builds into a really vicious cycle. Step 1, you work harder to earn more money. Step 2, your lifestyle inevitably expands. Step 3, your monthly expenses rise. And then step 4, bam, the trap snaps shut. You now absolutely need to keep earning more just to maintain this brand new baseline. A bigger house just means bigger bills. A luxury car means way higher insurance. Suddenly, you aren't working for freedom anymore. You're working purely to support the lifestyle you built.
This is exactly why some very high-income earners are secretly completely broke, because income alone does not create wealth. Please, let this sink in. Margin creates wealth. That gap between what you earn and what you spend, that is literally the only place where true financial freedom begins. If you have no margin, you have zero freedom, no matter how ridiculously big your paycheck is.
Let's shift gears to part 4, looking rich versus being wealthy, and the quiet truth behind it all.
Now, what's really interesting about this contrast is how stark it is. Looking rich is incredibly loud, and honestly, it's exhausting and expensive. It requires overspending, constantly chasing status, financing liabilities, and depending completely on next month's income to keep the house of cards standing. Being wealthy, on the other hand, is super quiet. Truly wealthy people avoid unnecessary luxury, they invest consistently, and above all, they protect their time. Real wealth is about having choices and reducing stress, not impressing random strangers.
So, we arrive at the absolute most dangerous financial mistake you can possibly make: increasing your lifestyle faster than your assets. A person living a modest, quiet lifestyle with strong, consistent investments is far wealthier and way more secure than someone driving a flashy luxury car who is secretly drowning in massive credit card debt.
Which brings us to the most important part. Part 5. How to escape the trap and reclaim your freedom.
Okay, here are the 5 essential steps to claw back your freedom. Number 1, increase your income, but absolutely do not match it with spending. Let your wealth grow way before your lifestyle grows. Number 2, learn delayed gratification. Number 3, stop comparing yourself to those fake highlight reels on social media. Number 4, build reward systems that don't actually cost you money. And number 5, start ruthlessly tracking your lifestyle inflation, not just your income.
Let's actually zoom in on step 2 for a second. 48. That's the 48-hour rule for delayed gratification. Listen, not every single desire requires immediate action. When you really want something, just ask yourself, do I actually need this, or am I just looking for an emotional thrill right now? Force yourself to wait 48 hours before checking out. You're going to be completely shocked at how often that impulsive, emotional urge just vanishes into thin air.
We have got to replace these toxic habits with real freedom solutions. Instead of rewarding a tough week with mindless spending, reward yourself with better health or the pure satisfaction of watching your savings grow. Instead of comparing yourself on social media, focus entirely on your own goals. And instead of just popping champagne when your income goes up, track your lifestyle inflation. Just ask yourself, is this purchase supporting my future, or is it secretly destroying it?
So the crucial point is this. The goal is not to look rich. The goal is to live free. True financial freedom isn't about buying every single thing you want the second you want it. It's about reaching that incredible, peaceful point in your life where money no longer dictates your choices or controls your stress levels. And the ultimate, timeless formula for building real wealth and protecting yourself against this trap is beautifully simple. Spend less than you earn, invest the difference. Repeat for years. It isn't flashy, it definitely isn't an overnight hack, but it is the absolute truth of financial security. As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with one final thought to chew on before your very next paycheck. When you get that next bonus, or when you finally land that big promotion, will your next raise just buy you more stuff, or will it finally buy your freedom?